Hello and welcome to episode 37 of our Ostriv Alpha 5.3 Let's Play. It is October of 1797. We have 1,598 people in our town because last episode we got caught a bit off guard with some of the, I guess, unintended mechanics of the new update and had a giant shoe shortage. Say that one 5 times fast. And then we lost about 200 people, maybe about 250 in population as they all moved out because they were mad because they couldn't find any shoes. But the developer has said that that was a bug. People had been purchasing extra shoes, as some of you may have guessed in the comments in the previous episode. So hopefully that's all behind us. But today we're going to try and take a couple of steps to make sure that doesn't happen again by beefing up our cow production and therefore leather as well. Going to try and put in, oh, hey, someone's moving out. Let me guess, is it because of shoes? Oh, it's warm clothing. Okay, so we got to fix that too. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff to fix. Put in another tannery, put in maybe a little bit better organized cow sheds, maybe stop protecting all of the cows. I don't know. We have to be able to slaughter more cows so we can have more cow hides, we can have more leather, so we can have more shoes. And just, you know, more everything. What are these people complaining about? Shoes. Yeah, it might take us a while to completely recover from this because, yeah, we don't have any shoes. And we only have the 3 shoemakers workshops, and it seems like we can't make them fast enough. I'm sorry, we have 4. That's right, because I built another one. Yep. I always forget some of the stuff that I end up doing. But, let me guess, shoes. Yep. What a fun time, huh? So we're definitely going to need to take some time to properly address all of this before it gets too bad. Now, it's October. Means we have about a little more than a month before things start to ice over on the river. So we could, if we felt like it, start doing some trading to get some leather in. We don't have a lot of money, but we can trade with some of these other guys. So let's send messengers to the 2 closest and see what ends up happening there. In the meantime, take a look at our resources. We have 2,000 leather. I just think we can't make the shoes fast enough. Seems to be one of those permanent problems. We've got quite a few things that we could be doing, could be building, could be making a little bit better. Now, why are they saying nobody... Oh, okay, they didn't finish planting the trees. Interesting. Oh, so they're not going to be planting again until March. So I'll tell you what we'll do. Just for this one only, I'm going to have them come in rest of October and November. We're going to have to fix this. We're going to have to fix it big time. Because I don't want these to be an entire year behind. Alright, so now that that's a thing, I can put the wage back down to 100%, and then we just have to undo the seasonal hiring for October, November, whenever they're finished with that. So let's not forget about that. I'm going to do my best not to do that. But in order to make all of this stuff work, the asheries, well, slaughterhouse is a slaughterhouse, the soap works, and the glass works, we have to figure out something to fix our supply of bark, because they're both complaining they don't have enough bark to start ash production. I had thought that putting a warehouse here with bark would be a viable thing to do, but we are so many people down in terms of jobs that it's just really hard to get stuff fulfilled. And I get the idea that it's probably going to be a while before everything works perfectly again. And I don't really know what the best way to fix that is. I think we can try... I don't know if I want to have every cow shed only have 2 instead of 3 people. Because you could very quickly run into issues with feeding the cattle, but they all seem to be doing okay. So just for right now, let's try just adjusting that. Look at this, 12 extra workers. I know for right now that isn't really going to be that big of a dent put in because we have almost 200 open vacancies. And in fact, the farm harvest is probably something we need to be a little more concerned about in all actuality. Although it seems like most of the stuff is fine and will be fine. Yeah, see, this one scares me because there's only 2 laborers. Well, our messengers have arrived. Let's pause real quick and see. Okay, these people are selling no leather. Selling lime, which we don't really need, can't afford to buy. Iron that we can make for free. Well, free. And they're actually selling potash. Or they're demanding it. I'm sorry. Never mind. We can't buy that anyway. Potatoes, not worth selling. Cheese, we can never ever sell. So with these guys, thanks but no thanks. And let's see. Now they're selling glass. I'm not really worried about mead. We have enough right now, not need to worry about that. Beer, apparently we can't ever sell enough beer. So that's an easy thing to fix. Apples, go ahead and sell since they're already in export stock. Make us some extra money. So that's another 1,000 right there we can play with. Yeah, see, like none of this stuff, like the clothing, warm clothing or anything, none of that is even keeping up at all, which is very, very strange. So we'll just sell a little bit more stuff. Honey we still have, which is interesting. I don't think I need to buy any more mead right now. But the rest of these things we just haven't been stocking for export. Probably should, if we can ever, well, get it figured out. We have so much broadcloth. Probably should be selling a whole lot more of this, honestly. But it's funny, we have all this broadcloth, but we don't have warm clothing. We don't have regular clothing. Like, what world does that make sense? Like, we have all of this. Weaver's workshops, we're making cloth. We have our fulling mills are making broadcloth. And for whatever reason, these tailors' workshops just cannot work fast enough. I don't know what it is. I didn't think it was going to be that big of a problem before. But I guess it is. And we have all this space up here we need to start doing something with soon. And I think right here would be a good spot to have another one of those little outposts with row houses. But now we have, of course, have to worry about window glass to make row houses, which, you know, it's good to have extra layers of complexity. But they don't have potash, and they don't have bark, even though we have 75,000 bark. So I think the problem is our logistics, which, I mean, they're not perfect. Okay, well, these people need horses in their wagon sheds. It's not perfect by any means, but I really didn't think it was that bad. All right, let's just drag these 2 draft horses up here. That can help fill that out. And let's take a look at our cart sheds. Oil workshop. Why can't I never find these things? I am just not operating on all cylinders today, am I? Oil. Why do I always want to click on the oil workshops for the cart sheds? Where did I put a cart shed? Here that's another oil workshop, I swear to God. All right, where... Please. All right, there's a cart shed. As long as these all have... Okay, well, some of the carts are broken, but... I mean, I think I've gotten through all of them. I think they should all be fine, so I don't really know what the issue is there. Maybe it's that not all of the places around the map actually have enough available carts. Maybe it's just people don't have the availability themselves to go get things. Maybe it's the supply settings. See, we don't have workers by hand or cart set to Weaver's Workshop. I think that is something that we disabled before. Maybe that's just coming back to bite us in the butt now. But in the absence of enough laborers, that could definitely cause there to be problems with our Weaver's Workshop logistics. So hopefully some of that ends up getting a little bit better. The warehouses are kind of a crapshoot because we don't have laborers and we don't have workers. And, you know, it is what it is. But let's find out where we have... See, we have 9,000 bark here. Storage is full. So why don't we relocate 9,000 bark from here to this warehouse where it's supposed to be by wagon, which means we should see at some point a wagon come over here and get the bark and take it all the way up here. One would think that's how that works, but who knows? Put it on turbo mode. Is anybody going to show up? Or how much do they have queued up so they can't even come over here? I don't know. Okay, why are we moving out? Shoes. Yep. Moving out because of warm clothing. Moving out because of warm clothing. All right, now this guy is here. All right, we're going to pause again. Stone-wise, oh, we have so much stone. See, what? None of this is actually useful for us to make anything. And sure, they want to buy stuff that we're normally going to be selling, but I'm not going to sell clothes if we're in such a shortage of things. Same with leather. Like, we need to make the shoes, so I can't really sell those. Horse tack either, because that takes some of that. Metal parts we're not even exporting at all. Textile, we used to have a lot more than 7,000, so I think it's just been a complete system breakdown of how most of the stuff in this game gets transported and all of that. Now, I don't see... Okay, here's a wagon. Let's follow this guy. So he is actually putting... There we go, and there's going to be a couple more. So we should be able to follow this bark in real time as it goes over to this warehouse, and then it gets turned into potash. Should, being the operative term here. And in it goes. We have bark. So you would think... Okay, well, these guys are all going to take rest because we don't have enough bodies. We don't even have full people hired here. And now we're just going to have another mass exodus because of the whole clothing nonsense. See, this is the problem. If you get unbalanced even slightly, you're just toast. It's over. It can be really hard to recover. So I think what we're going to want to do, move our fishing docks down to 2 workers. Okay, those are already set up like that. Taylor's workshop, those are all set up. Warehouses. We got to be able to find some sort of way to compromise here. Fulling mills, sheep farms, probably could get by with just 2. In all honesty, but I kind of don't want to tempt it. The farms I'm not going to mess with. Foresters, I kind of want to just have only 4 guys here because we do have a lot of foresters. So what if we did that? It would save us another 7 jobs. I know it seems like kind of pointless to be nitpicking job assignments in this economy, in this kind of situation, but I mean, we really do have to try and save something. And I would be building more houses, but why? We have 80 vacant houses right now. We don't need to build anything else. As much fun as it is to build, if anything, we need to be building more production infrastructure, but we can't fill those jobs, so not really much of a point in that, is there? Thankfully, oh, never mind. Just wasted all that stuff. All those crops are completely gone. Full storage of barley, huh? Well, if we were making beer the way we're supposed to be making beer, then I think we'd be in much better shape. But we're not, so what can you do? What can you do? Really isn't anything. And in terms of leather, we are making leather. We're doing pretty well. We just don't have the capacity to be producing, so we really need another tannery. So let's find ourselves a place to put one. It's going to probably need to be close to all the cows, but there's not really that many more places left that are going to be usable. I guess we could put one maybe in here somewhere, but it needs to be readily accessible source of water, which we do have those right here. So in this area would not be the worst thing ever. But this is already pretty crowded. And I don't know that we want to really get too crazy with stuff. We also can't keep building on a grid the whole time, because that's not interesting or exciting for people to watch. You guys watch these videos because you enjoy them. You shouldn't have to slog through something just because I'm trying to come up with ways to solve problems that I created. That's not very fair, is it? Alright, so all that being said, I think I can make this work. If I put that there and we put in one more cart parking right in front of it. Uneven terrain, huh? Any of this is going to be not uneven terrain? Oh, so if I move it into a really dumb spot, then it's not uneven terrain. Alright, I see how it is. I see how it is. There's no reason for that to work, right? Okay. Well, I guess it's okay. We have a cart shed right here. Cart parking, excuse me. But having the tannery have additional capacity just for the leather would probably be a big help. And of course, logistics once everything recovers. But we still have 74 open houses. We have to make sure that we can actually sustain those people. So what we'll do is we'll just do leather only. As soon as the game is done performing calculations, that is. Good news is this is pretty much equidistant between these two slaughterhouses. Kind of, almost. And it should be relatively easy to get into. Now, what did we put over here next to this other one? We had flax and leather. I guess we could just have one. Oh, man, what supplies do these even use? I can't remember. I guess I could just look. Oh, nope, it's not going to tell me. I believe it is cowhides. Cowhides and bark, maybe. Well, we can have one just for cowhides at 10,000. And these other ones over here, maybe it's salt and lime. Bark and cowhides, I guess. I guess we'll just do 5,000, 5,000. I know I got your hopes up. Single item warehouses seem to be a favorite among people for organizational purposes, but let's be honest. Some of the organization here is just not working. Now, do we actually need lime for the tannery? I don't remember. And I really should, considering how much of this game that I've played. But sometimes you just don't. But we're going to find out real quick. I know it's bark, and I know it's cowhides, and I suspect it has something to do with salt as well. But as soon as these guys decide to start going, all right, cowhides, lime, salt, and bark. Okay, perfect. That actually works out pretty nicely for us to have those there. All right, so that's taken care of there. And this, once again, is empty of bark. Why are we not surprised? And hey, we're out of bark again, even though we have 60,000. Almost. Okay, well now it's like 54. So it's being used. It's just not coming in fast enough. Which I think is due to all of the transportation logistics problems we've been having. So until that gets fixed, there's not really too much else we can do. I think, let's go back to our saltworks over here. I think it's been overworked. And we just have these two, so we really should have a third somewhere. If we can find a decent spot for one. Let's see, what do these guys have? Nothing we can really buy that would make sense. Yeah, we're out of salt. Maybe that's part of the problem too. We just haven't kept up with some of the basic stuff. Horseshoes. Oh, we can sell horseshoes. Yeah, let's go. 500 of those. Flax. Oh, don't mind if I do. We have over 100,000 flax. Yeah, sell that stuff. Get that out of here. Sunflower oil, you betcha. We even have wheat. See, we're doing pretty well on a lot of this, but Not all of it. So let's find a spot for another another saltworks. Now there's not going to be, I know there's a spot right here. I see the green, but I don't think there's going to be that many really great places. Oh, okay. This could work. I don't know if we want to put a saltworks here, just by virtue of how valuable this land would be for farming purposes. But this wouldn't be the worst place to put one, especially if we were to expand production to other things over here. So why don't we try to rotate this a little bit, see if I can get it to line up more or less with that. That looks like that's going to be not the worst thing that's ever been put anywhere. Look at all these trade deals. Look at them go. We actually have some money too. So if we had the resources to actually, you know, make use of this stuff, then that would be useful, but we don't. That's fine though. Lime, since we do have money, I am going to go ahead and buy a decent amount of lime. We have stone. It never hurts to have stone. If I can buy 10,000, I know I can store it. So I think that should be okay. Nails we're doing well. Charcoal we're doing fantastically well. Pigs are cursed, and I don't know why we always have such a hard time. Those, maybe they're just a flawed part of the game. I honestly couldn't tell you. But like I said, I do want to put some stuff up here. I know last time around we tried to put in row houses, and we didn't really find that many great places to stick them, unless we came all the way up here. But again, we have 62 available housing units. We don't need to build anything else right now. And it's going to take a long time to get back up to 1850 or so, which is where we were previously. And now they're gathering. Yeah, see, they're waiting for bark, which is kind of the problem. Although I do see shoes slowly ticking back up. We have just over 2,100 of those now. Leather supply is low because, of course, they are still tanning. Yeah, the whole bark supply is becoming an issue. We have 7,500, so let's go ahead and just, I guess we're going to have to manually force move some of this stuff. Where was that? There it is. I guess we just have to go around to all of these. Oh yeah, see, we have 12,000 of that. Let's move 10,000. See if it'll let me It's not going to be too happy when there's, I don't know, 17,000 bark in here, but that does get stuff moving. I think this space right here, this forestry doesn't need to be here. This needs to be closer up this way. I know we keep moving the forestries. I guess that's kind of a meme at this point. But we really, really do need to be making better use of all this space. And I think, honestly, it might be better to put one right here. Let's see, 2 trees. Can I get where I don't have to take any trees out? Oh, there's only 1 here. I think that might be about as good as we're going to get. So we'll just stick that guy there. And then eventually retire this one. I don't think I'm going to be able to put row houses here. Because this is all uneven terrain, even if the place wasn't occupied. Yeah, I don't think it's going to let me. That's fine. See, none of these people are ever going to sell me leather or shoes or anything. So it's kind of, I'm not going to say pointless, but not exactly the best idea. Now, is this going to have gaps on the bottom of the little, I don't know what you'd call this, the fascia boards or whatever? I guess not. Well, that's fine. Let's go ahead and... Oh, why is this not... Why was that never... It's very, very strange. Okay, we don't need to be burning firewood. We need to be burning charcoal. That needs to be 0. Then I think we can just go ahead and apply that to all. Then as soon as they start stocking this stuff up, then we can actually move some draft animals in and make good use of this to hopefully bolster our salt supply, which is definitely struggling. The good news is, though, people seem to have stopped moving out. We still have 52 housing units available, and we've recovered back up to about 1,670 population. So, all in all, pretty good stuff. Alright, so let's... Oh, I always forget I can't change any of that. Alright, but let's get these guys going here. They'll start clearing these trees out. And then we can expand with some more farms and similar things up here. And keep putting more row houses here. Make ourselves a little sub-farm area. Always fun to see that. Now, how are we looking on clothing? 1670 warm clothing. 770, yeah. So I think it's still the supply issues from, well, all of the wagon sheds being constantly in use and the cart parking. I'm not going to click on that. This is the cart shed. There we go. I mean, they seem to be well used. So if anything, we need more. But of course, we can't fill the job positions we currently use for those. And now I want to... Oh. Well, what happened to the guy that died? Why can't I click on his tombstone? I don't even remember where the last... Oh, here it is. Last graver. This is what we put in. Okay, so we still have... I don't know. About 20-ish graves left. We'll probably have to give this attention at some point today, depending on how many more people are going to die. And barley is full. How much barley? We have 40,000. We have so much barley. We probably need another brewery, honestly. But we don't have the people to work it, so I guess we're not going to worry about it. Potash we still don't have a lot of. Still have plenty of Harilka, buckwheat. I guess we could buy some. It is May. After all, let's just buy 5,000. Wool we should have. Well, we only have 900. Sheesh. Well, that's one thing. The fulling mills seem to actually function really, really well now that I have, I don't know, 15 of them. Okay, not 15. I've got like 10. That sure seems like a lot. These guys getting to work nicely here. I just wish we could keep our warehouses filled up. Like this at some point would have been 17,000 bark, and it just gets used instantly. Now I have to wonder... What is the capacity? 5,000 capacity. Like, look at all this bark we go through yearly. Over 12,000. I feel like we should be storing more. But we can't ever keep the stuff supplied. Maybe we just need more asheries. Because they don't have enough potash to start glassworks production or anything. That's the problem with a very intricately woven economic management based game like Ostriv is you can get so far behind from any sort of tiny thing going wrong. Which I guess is pretty accurate to how the real life struggles of a lot of these people would have been. Now, where can I get both of these in the same frame? Yes. Alright, we have... Oh, look at all these guys. I'm going to give them some nice young draft animals. So we don't have to worry about that for a while. We'll check in on these guys. 18 years, 17 years. Okay, so they could oh, this one doesn't even have 2. Wow. Alright. Well, that, there is a cow in the bull shed. I knew it. I knew it. Can't have that. Now, where's this other saltworks? Am I just losing my mind? Where was the other saltworks? Okay. That one, that one. Oh, it's right here. Wow. That's embarrassing. Alright. It's just there's so much stuff here. I have a hard time figuring out what actually goes where. Now, this cow does not need to be here. I'm just going to slaughter the cow. We don't need that. We need to start sending some more bulls over here. Although I think in terms of cow hides, we do have enough. And the tannery does seem to be, well, theoretically, if it can ever find enough bark, it seems to be working reasonably well. It's just this bark, man. The bark is becoming extremely difficult for us to keep in stock. But, like, it's working, just very, very, very slowly. I don't really know what else I can do except just, you know, wait to get more people back in. It's not like we can build any more housing because, well, we don't need it. We have 41 open housing units. Already built a salt works. The clothing production and shoe production doesn't seem broken. It's just slow. So, like, right now, like, I have enough to sell. I'm not going to for a while. But I definitely do have enough to sell. We just need to figure out exactly what it is that's going to help us get back to where we are. And I think it's just waiting. As boring as that does sound. So I don't even have enough to really buy much. Cows dying of old age. That must be the ox guys. 18 years. Yeah, let's just go ahead and kill all these old ones. We're not going to make use of them. As long as we don't need our farms to get any oxen replaced, I think. I'm sure I cycled through more than once for all of those. I think we're fine. So in terms of the convenience of running cowsheds, yeah, see, this is why I protected all of these cows. Why did this one die of old age? That was another one of these? Yeah, that's why we're slaughtering. Because this is what happens. All these bulls, we just really just don't need them. Just do not need them. And they keep having them. Like, come on. We don't need that. So I guess I'll just keep on sending these. How's it going to do this to me again? I guess it is. Well, that's what they want to do. Just make a whole bunch of bulls that we can't use. But if you protect these, you got to be real careful. Because then they'll just die of old age and then, well, you don't really solve any problems, do you? So I do think I'm going to unprotect all these cows. Because if not, I'm going to forget about them. We'll just need to make sure that we're being careful about these and not let them get too out of hand. It does kind of self-regulate after a while. But especially if you have a small amount of cow sheds, it can very quickly become a problem. If you only have, I don't know, 1 or 2, and they get overrun with bulls, you're never going to have enough milk. You're never going to be able to actually produce enough cows. You just got to make sure you're checking about once every year or 2, and getting rid of the extraneous bulls. And for the record, I don't think it actually benefited the dairy at all to have 5 times as many cows. We're still not making enough. So I think we're just going to choose not to worry about that anymore. Just let it be as it wants to be. I think we hadn't done any protecting on any of these. Well, that's fine. Yeah, I think we'll be all right. Now, all of that being said, I was really hoping I could build some cool stuff today, but this is disaster recovery. That's what we have to do. That's how you come back from these things. But I just don't understand why bark is such a problem. It really shouldn't be. We honestly need a storage for glass items. And I kind of want to just put it right here, but I also know that I might want to have another glassworks just kind of backed up next to it. We can't supply it right now, but it sure would be useful, wouldn't it? Now, I did say I would be getting rid of the construction office here, and I would be trying to fix some of this other stuff, make this look a little bit better. I don't know that we're quite there yet. I would like to have all those bodies working construction if we ever have to take care of anything else. But I do think, I think it's time to get rid of the construction office. Assuming it doesn't crash the game, like sometimes it does. Here's hoping. I didn't check when the last autosave was before I clicked that, did I? Okay, good. Alright, that was quite scary, but look how fast they're tearing that down. Yeah, just get that thing out of here. Get that bench out of here. And there you go. Done. Now this smithy probably also doesn't need to be here. We could easily relocate that somewhere else and be perfectly fine. Because all they're doing, they're making metal parts and horseshoes, and we have tons of that, so let's, oh. That's right, we've got to empty. Empty first. And then we can make a nice little fence around the school, make a schoolyard, and yeah, we haven't built a school in a while. Ox die of old age. Oh, there it is. So we should actually just go ahead and slaughter this one too, and give him a nice fresh pair of oxen. As well as this guy, he's already at 20. We have tons that we can be replacing here. Alright, so that's all good to go. Let's come over to our bull shed. Yeah, look at these guys. There we go, 1-year-old. Brand new models. Coming right off the showroom floor. Now, somebody come get this 20-year-old Methuselah ox over here. And I can replace him. There we go. Alright. So I'll take another one of these 1-year-old. There we go. I thought we were going to get rid of that cow. So let's, yeah, let's do that. Okay. So, problem solved there. Let's send over a whole bunch of these guys. The young ones that can't reproduce anyway. Just to start filling up slots over there in the bull shed. I can't even click correctly. Newborn bull, to the bull shed you go. And then I got one more over here I can send. And then the young ones here as well. Here we are back in October again. We're going to have to keep an eye on our harvesting. We're back at 1,700 population, which is good. Because we were definitely having some latent problems because of that. I think, though, for right now, the cows and the bulls are looking pretty good. Harvesting in this farm, in particular, has become very slow. But it is still early to mid-October, so we should be okay. This farm is getting there, getting there. Family moving out. Why? Oh, shoes again? Really? Oh, come on. You got almost 4,000 shoes. Don't tell me. Don't tell me all you people are moving out because of clothes and shoes we already actually have. So it must be a supply thing. Where do I have... Okay, clothes. We actually don't have in stock. Why is... It's all these laborers, man. They can't make it work. We just don't have enough people to handle all the overbuilt production for, well, for 1,700. Well, they'll get replaced slowly. Maybe. God, these shoes, I swear to God. That is quite annoying to continually have all of these problems. Well, you can't really do anything about it even. Oh, these guys aren't selling shoes. Well, I guess I can't be that mad. It didn't autofill, so I just assumed it already had it. So we'll stick shoes there. I think we're just having staffing issues Us and everybody else, right? But we are making enough clothing. Like, it's not a problem of not having enough. Alright, this... Forgot we need to undo that. Or it's too late. These shoes. Man, that just irritates the you-know-what out of me. Like, do we have to have more strategic locations of clothes? Like, it really should not be that big of a deal. And all the flax, too. We just have way too much flax. We need to be weaving it. We really do, but I guess they can't use it fast enough. Tailor's workshops, like, we have all these people doing all this stuff. It's just not fast enough at all. Oh, I can buy leather now. I don't have any money. Alright, what can I sell? I can always sell Horilka. Easy. Apples, yeah, I got 2,000, I can sell them. It's really not much at all. It's only another about 600-ish. Every little bit helps, I guess. Okay, can I buy 5,000? No, I probably can't. Let's buy 4,000 leather. I think that's more doable. Like, I have shoes. I don't know why. Don't know why it's like that. We just need more tailor's workshops. Yep. All right. But I have them here. Well, maybe not right here. But I thought I had enough going on. So maybe next to the wagon shed, maybe we'll just have to come over here and put in some more tailor's workshops. So if I have one here, and I have one here, what about if I were to put in a warehouse right here in the middle? I know, very, very creative layouts. I know I'm really good at this. Let's put a warehouse there. And then another tailor's workshop right next door. Maybe not the best placement of stuff, but I think it's going to be fine. Let us put more tailor's workshops so we can make sure we have clothing on hand, ready to go. And storage of clothing. I just wish we could have more people. It's just a constant struggle. But hey, at least the barber surgeries are working, mostly. This is now a new-ish family in the barber surgery after the older one died. And it seems like it's working. This one obviously is working. Kind of feel like we should be doing a little bit more there, but not really much you can do. So let's take a second here and just watch them build. We haven't done a whole lot of that lately. Well, in this episode. Because we've been in crisis recovery mode the whole time. But it is just so nice to see all the different things come together. Alright, that's good to go. Let them build all these before we get everything all synced up. It's not like we have the manpower to put everything in here anyway. That works out fine. And I do recall we were going to put in some actual paving in here too. And then the whole world stopped when we had all these people move out. You know, priorities can change. Especially when the game is thinking so much. I mean, all in all, most stuff seems to be functioning pretty well. I don't know that we can really complain that much. Yeah, these guys in the clothing problem just is never going to get better until everything is taken care of. We still have, even in winter, we still have 70-ish open vacancies. Now, if we were back up at about 1,850 population, it probably would be a whole lot better. But what can you do? Not much. In terms of window glass, we haven't made any more window glass because I guess our potash situation hasn't gotten any better with the bark. Hopefully that'll fix itself. Cow died of thirst. We're not playing that game. How did you die of thirst? There's water here. What's the deal? That shouldn't even be possible. Why are there so many laborers for the dairy? Well, we do not need all these laborers for the dairy. No, we can have 5. We can have 5 laborers for the dairy. That is too many dairy laborers. All right, and now it actually looks. It doesn't look the best, but something. All right, let's copy paste all of these, and then no textile for clothes production. Well, you're going to get some. So we're going to put in, where's textile? Right here. I guess we'll just have, say, 5,000 textile. And then we'll have some storage space for clothing. And, you know what? No, this has to be 2,500 textile, 2,500 clothing, 2,500 broadcloth, and then 2,500 warm clothing. That I can't even put in because it's checked only available. There we go. Alright, so that ought to be usable. I think we're really going to have workers in the warehouses, but again, we don't. Here, again with the cows and this thing dying of thirst. What are you two doing? Supplying water. Well, hurry up. Your cows are dying of thirst. And what about the hay? We have 23,000 hay. Why? See, this is the problem. Everything collapses when one thing collapses. That's just always what happens. So now I got to bring 3 women back in the cowshed. That is frustrating. Cow died of starvation. Yep, the same dysfunctional cowshed. The other ones seem to be doing fine. And it's not like we're super far from housing. Except I guess these probably aren't working in the cowsheds. I don't know. I wish it would optimize job location to housing location matchups a little bit better. But there's not really too much you can do to fix that, is there? We're making tons of bark. We just never ever get it here. Well, I can't say never ever. It's just not enough. Again with the clothes. This probably isn't going to be completely fixed until every single house is filled, is it? I mean, they're going. We're just a continuous struggle. No, I don't think wagons can take more than 1 item at a time. So maybe we should raise the wagon fullness threshold? I don't know, I've never really messed with this. These guys have anything we can make use of? Doesn't seem like it. New families coming in, that's good to see. At least we have shoes. I don't know if we have enough to sell again, but having shoes is nice. Look at the time, we're already at almost 50 minutes here. Time flies when you're doing crisis recovery. I feel like we end up doing that a whole lot. But again, like I said, there's really not much else you can do. I really do want to build more row houses, though. I know it's not wise. We still have plenty of vacant ones. Is there anything else in the store here? Probably what we need is a granary to hold some supplies. Probably could build this out too. We haven't really been cutting any of these trees out. In fact, this probably could be more row houses here. Not like we really need them though, right? Yeah, see, there's nothing even here. Where's the closest granary? I think right here. Yeah, okay, that's buying from citizens and then other things. Well, at least we don't have 0 salt anymore. We have 700. That's not that much more than 0 in the grand scheme of things. But it is working out okay. And we're out of burial plots. I knew it. I knew this was going to happen. Do I want to do this in the wintertime? I don't think I do. We'll be okay. It must be done. The world's most attractive straight line grave site ever. Massive sarcasm. But we got to keep ahead of this or it's going to be quite the irritating task to deal with later. Now I am going to be interested to see if by the time we get to the end of the episode we'll be back up to 1800 because it is kind of filling in rather fast. It seems like it's working okay. Boy, I'm not doing a good job of keeping these straight, am I? Well, that's fine. Makes it feel a little more realistic, doesn't it? It's good enough. That's fine. Snow melts, and then pretty soon we'll be able to actually see, which is always nice. Okay, looking okay, looking okay. Shouldn't have to worry about those guys for quite some time. Are we actually making enough iron ore? Oh yeah, we have 10,000. We're good. I was thinking maybe we would have to build some more smelteries, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case. Which is probably good because the next couple we're going to have to build are going to have to go on this side. Be a little bit more difficult to access. Still don't have all of this taken out. Still don't think there's anything else in the store. I guess we do have to build a granary over here. I just don't know exactly where we want to put it. Probably back here is going to end up being... I'm not going to say a square, but this could end up very easily becoming like an L that comes up here. So maybe in the middle here would be a decent spot for a granary or a school or something. But we could also just as easily place one right here across the river. We're not going to need all of this space along the river for fishing. Anything. So maybe we want to just stick one of these in a nice accessible place like this. Not going to be that big of a deal. We'll just go ahead and plant one there. And get it stocked up with some other fun stuff. So these people can, you know, survive. That is kind of the point of this, isn't it? It just seems like the clothing situation hasn't really gotten any better. Maybe it just takes time. I mean, we have fully staffed. They are making clothing. It's just everything is so chaotic now at this point. The job placement is all messed up because people are going all the way across the map to go to different spots. And I don't really know of any way to fix that short of firing everyone from every job and then starting over, but I don't even know if that would fix everything. It might. Could also create complete unbridled chaos, which I don't think is something anybody wants. Now, I've been saying for a while I wanted to put a school in, but I don't have anywhere specific in mind for one. Maybe I could stick one back here, would not be the worst thing ever. We do have this pass through here. So this probably would not be the worst thing ever to just kind of stick back here. We can continue building row houses down this way, but it is a good idea to have plenty of education for the kids. Look at this, we're almost back up to 1800. Only 21 houses available. So I guess we'll see what ends up happening here. As long as we can keep supplied for all of our taverns. It doesn't seem like we have any mead. I believe these are the people we buy mead from, so I'm going to send a messenger to go get some from them. Alright, from production. There we go. So that is, well, it's something to allow us to have some sort of supply for other people here. And that should allow us to get some more items in the store here as soon as they start getting stocked. Alright. Here's our people. I need to buy mead. Oh yeah, we don't have any. But I also don't really have any money. Can I buy 10,000? No. I'm gonna have to sell something first, so let's pause. Beer, yeah, I can sell you some beer. Probably should just trade 1 for 1, but that's not a thing the game lets you do. Would be interesting if that was a mechanic, because right now you can just sell components and items neutrally to get the cash value. But if you could do trades, or if there was some sort of a slightly variable equivalent trade value functionality, I don't know if that's something that's in the works or not, but that would be kind of cool. It would probably be a pretty historically accurate thing. I don't know. I just think it's a neat idea. So that gets us 1,000. Let that run for a second. Give them a chance to start coming in so we don't have any problems with that. Shoes-wise, I almost feel like it's time to start selling some shoes. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. I can't afford for that to go any more wrong than it currently is. I'll sell a little bit of sunflower oil. We can sell some horilka as well. And the rest of this stuff we're not even stocking. Sallow, I guess it's not a problem there. As far as I can tell, everything else is going reasonably well. I just need to buy a bunch of mead. So people go through it like you would not believe. So 10,000 is a good start, at the very least. If nothing else. It's a start. Now we can watch them build a school here. It'd be nice to educate the children. And who knows, maybe in the next couple of minutes before I have to say goodbye today, we'll get up to 1,800. We're very close. Very close. Probably should do some landscaping around here whenever we have a chance. 18 housing units available. I think I want to do it. I think I want to build another row house right here. I wish they'd hurry up and finish this. Because I'd forgotten that I've already gotten rid of one of the builder's huts. Because that was going to make everything faster if I had everything ready to go. Well, we've seen them build these before. We don't really need to worry too much about it. Now, our smithy is empty. So we can go ahead and demolish it, and then we can do a little bit of landscaping around here. Around our school, just make it a nice nice area here. I think I'll stop right there on the fence. And I'm going to try and remember how wide the archway is. I don't think I got it correct. But we can get very close. That seems like it is going to be about as good as we're going to get. So I will go ahead and get rid of that fence and put its replacement in. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. That is how many segments? That is 5. 5 segments. Not like it really matters, huh? So I think that's going to be about as good as we're going to get here. All right, perfectly square. Not really, but it does look better. And it does keep that kind of isolated a little bit. We'll do some very basic maple tree landscaping. Yeah, it's kind of out of square, but that just makes it look a little bit more interesting. Just kind of alternate these until we get to the middle, which I believe. Oh, yep. Perfect. Just enough space to put one more right there. Now if I'm smart, oh look at that. Look at that. Perfect. Just perfect. And we'll check on our messengers in just a second. I know this is very possibly not exactly the same dimensions, but we'll give it a shot anyway. Alright, how close can I get? There we go, looking good. I'll put one more right here. And then another one right here. I think, yeah, I can easily fit that. And there we go. All the way up against the fence. Alright. World's least creative landscaping for a schoolhouse. But not to fear, we have a secret weapon. Birdhouses. Children like the bird sounds, do they not? We'll put in a birdhouse right there. And then a bell post right outside the school. And there you have it. And I don't think we're quite ready for landscaping over here just yet. Hey, look at that. We're over 1,800 again. Only 10 available housing units, so it seems like it would be a good time to put in a 2-story row house. We do have the materials to build, despite not having made any single window panes this entire episode. And I think that is going to end up looking pretty nice. I have the pattern here of 2 of these straight roofs, and then we have this other style. Should be okay. I'll put in another one like this, and then I believe we can put in some sort of other angle here. I'm not entirely sure exactly what I want to do, but we'll do something like that. Give them a chance to take care of these trees and everything. But yeah, I guess we could consider this a successful recovery episode. Back up to 1,800 population. Supply of clothing and shoes on the mend, even if it's not perfect. And, you know, just some other little problems taken care of along the way. Still haven't quite figured out the logistics issue. I think that's just going to have to be a population recovery thing. As soon as we have enough of the people back in work to be laborers and harvest farms in the fall and plant them in the spring, and then I think most of those problems will start taking care of themselves. But that is pretty much all we've got for today. Still have to watch them build this row house because, of course, that's tradition. But yeah, I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch these videos. I know it gets really tedious toward the late game of these types of playthroughs, but I think it's still very rewarding, very fun to play the game, and we do still have that new content that we just got a couple episodes ago, so it's by no means a dead playthrough. There's plenty more for us to be doing, plenty more to be seen, and we still have a good third of the map we haven't built on yet, and I don't intend to stop this playthrough until I can't place anything else, or until the game decides that I'm done by just crashing all the time. But it seems like it's a lot more stable than it has been with the larger cities in the past, which is very, very good news. And very exciting as well. So while we're waiting for them to get the rest of this stuff situated for the row house, I guess we can do our standard end of episode stuff. Like acknowledging, of course, the beard boosters who make all of these videos possible with their contributions each month. Got some new joiners from the last Timberborn stream, I think is when most of those came in. So welcome, new people. Thanks for being here. Even those of you who aren't, appreciate you as well. Of course, you're never obligated to do anything on these videos. You're never obligated to join anything or give me any money or anything. I'm just glad you're here. But if you want to be a part of all that stuff, of course, information is available in the description. Again, never required. I'm just happy to have you. And I hope that you can take some time out of your day to just relax, enjoy some good gameplay, or use the videos as a sleep aid, or whatever it is that you do. I value you. I am so glad that you're here, and I hope whatever you're doing, that you're having a fun and a safe time, staying healthy, all that good stuff, and just enjoying life. That's what it's about, right? That's why I do these videos. I enjoy the games. I just think it's fun to share with everybody. So as a reminder, if you haven't joined already, Discord is available. We do have a link in the description. Got a pretty nice community there, and we have a lot of fun just talking about games and enjoying each other's company. Would love to have you there. If not, that's fine too. Just glad that you're here for this video, even if this is the only one you ever see. I'm glad you're here. I hope you are having a fantastic day. Hope to see you in the next videos we've got coming out this week. We've got Timberborn tomorrow, Thursday. We've got Kingdoms Reborn again Wednesday, Ostriv again Friday. And then, of course, more live streams next weekend. And also on my community tab, been talking about maybe getting into some narrative-based City Skylines videos. They wouldn't really be like these videos so much. They'd be a little bit more edited, based around maybe some urban planning concepts and historical references for that kind of stuff. Something I've been wanting to get into for a while. So if that's something that interests you, let me know. I've got a poll running right now. And love to hear your feedback on that. Don't worry, these videos aren't going to go anywhere. The Ostriv videos are staying pretty much forever. Unless the game just disappears randomly someday, then I guess I can't make those anymore. But I would like to start branching out into different things. Keeps things fresh. And we have new City Skylines coming in the fall. We got released new trailer and release date today as of the recording of this video, October 24th. So you can expect a whole lot of information on that to be forthcoming. And of course, I'll be diving headfirst into that as soon as it launches. And wrapping up the fun with City Skylines 1. But enough about that. This is an Ostriv video after all. So I'm glad you're here. Thanks again. Hope to see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe, have fun, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.